Hello, everybody. Welcome to the St. Benedict Day version of Monday Musings. I hope everyone is doing well and enjoying this more summer-like weather. I mean, we were chilly last week, had sweaters and whatnot, and this week we're back to shorts and t-shirts. We had a wonderful weekend. This weekend we had our new deacon, Mike Scafani, offering the homily, his first homily, Sunday homily, which was very well prepared. And I know he worked very, very hard on it. And he was telling me his preaching teacher's voice in his head telling him so, and his teacher, while he is a diocesan priest, he is a member of the priestly fraternity of St. Dominic, so a good preaching teacher for all of our new deacons. So again, congratulations to Deacon Mike and his wife Sandy for Mike's ordination and off to a wonderful preaching career. I think the next first for him is a baptism coming up. I forget if it's this weekend or next weekend. So as many of the young families know, that the deacons have been doing many of the baptisms because of the COVID restrictions. They had their ministry the most curtailed, and so I gave the opportunity for the baptisms to Deacon Sean and Deacon Errol, and now Deacon Mike will be in that rotation as well. For those of you who attended the 11 o'clock Mass, you had the privilege of a Mass of Thanksgiving of Father Matthew Heinen, who was here on residency, I think it was 4 years ago, maybe 5. Um, but he did a nice job, and I know a lot of people took advantage of the graces of a first priestly blessing after Mass. So I don't think Father Matthew got too much to eat, unfortunately, but he did impart lots of excuse me, lots of graces to those who wanted to receive first blessings. So I wanted to say thank you to Team Coffee and Donuts, who put on a marvelous spread after all of the Sunday Masses. And they kicked it up a notch after the 11 for Father Matthew. So thank you to that marvelous ministry. And I know there are lots of you who appreciate having that, particularly that ministry back, and that particular group that we have right now is so generous in doing things like they did one, if you remember, was it last month or maybe it was back in May, for Father David's 60th, 61st, and 62nd anniversary of ordination. We were finally able to have a Mass and party for him, and they put that together. They have put together this reception for this weekend. So thank you to that group. And speaking of groups, as we come out of COVID, I understand there is some energy in having in-person events again and groups. But as always, we need volunteers to do that. So, if there's something, hey, I'd like X to happen, the first question is, well, are you willing to help make that happen? Because while we do have a very wonderful and generous staff, they don't have any more time and bandwidth to add more things to their dossiers. So I'm sure this year is going to be a year of re-engaging people, certainly with that's going to be the theme of our upcoming parish festival on September 11th. We're also, of course, going to have our feast day of St. Dominic, but that's going to be a little lower key because we really want to push time and energy into the parish festival that'll be coming up in September. And as I say, that this is a wonderful time for ideas. I'm working on reconstituting the Parish Pastoral Council. Hopefully that group will be up and relaunched here in a month or two. We've gotten have had a group working with me for the last year in putting it together. The diocese has put out some formation material on parish pastoral councils, so we wanted to take all that into consideration, and now getting the right people at the table to restart this process as being the formal group for the pastor, for me, for my successors, to consult, to be a sounding board, to be also a resource for you parishioners, to express ideas, concerns, and have that appropriately addressed. Deacon Mike was at our staff meeting today, and apparently someone came up to him after one of the masses. Okay, now you're on the team. You need to put this. And there's of course always good ideas, always things that we can improve on, and I'm always want to be very open to that. But the Parish Pastoral Council is one of the primary vehicles that the Church envisions being the repository, the receivers of those ideas, those concerns, but then also the group that helps me to prioritize those great ideas and to move forward, on them. One of the things that's come up a couple of times this summer is a couple people's frustration with the sound system that was, I believe, $80,000 put in before I got here, but that's that there are some issues with that. There's the grand plan for the whole parish plant. Father Jerome did the first piece in building the new rectory. We're having the parish hall is being worked on for the cupola windows. I mean that's a repair work. We've got things like the black topping of the playground / splash parking lot. There's the finishing the inside and the outside work on the church. So there's a lot of things that that we can be about, but of course we want to do this systematically and well thought out, and not just going from one thing to another and leaving things undone. And that's one way that the parish council will be able to help me and help me direct the staff in these larger projects that affect all of us. And again, as well as being just a confidential sounding board for me to come and to listen, but also to speak the concerns that I have to a group of dedicated parishioners, and who all of us, of course, have the whole parish's best interest at heart. But again, doing that as a official consultative group for the pastor to use and to help move the parish forward to its next great project. And so, as you heard me mention, excuse me, or you heard mentioned at the masses this weekend, we will be having our annual mission appeal this coming weekend, preached by Father Jordan Bradshaw. He is the new director of our Dominican Mission Foundation, based in San Francisco, but serves all the missions that our Western Dominican province helps support financially and ministerially. So you'll be hearing about that at all of the masses this coming weekend. So, and all those funds are pooled. They run through the parish and the diocese, and then the diocese sends one check to the Mission Foundation. So you can make your checks payable to St. Dominic's, but please note for the mission appeal, and we'll make sure that that gets to Father Jordan and the mission office. So that's what's coming up this weekend. The mission appeal, and then Thanksgiving for this past weekend of Deacon Mike's first round of Sunday preaching, and also the Mass of Thanksgiving for Matthew Heinen. I believe he's heading up to his first assignment, which will be in Anchorage, Alaska, at the Proto Cathedral there. So we wish Father Matthew all the best. I don't think I mentioned this, but he shot me an email earlier this morning saying that he'd forgot to bring his prayer cards that we often have made for the newly ordained. You got a chance to get Deacon Mike's his first weekend, and then this weekend as well. Well, Father Matthew has some that he's going to drop off this weekend, so they'll be available hopefully next week. We'll have them available for sure next weekend, so that if you missed getting that because you didn't have them, that you'll be able to get them this coming weekend. So that's all the news that I'm going to muse on today. So hope everyone has a wonderful week. God bless you, and see you soon. Bye-bye for now.